crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel. Home of the Bitcoin, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto, and we are going to keep you in the know today because we have got a very special show. We come to you live every single day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Ben, as you guys all know. It is Wednesday, June 15th. Also, just real quick, to let you guys know, I'm going to be out of town intermittently over the next 3 weeks at several different things. So you guys are going to see some very interesting things in the 11 o'clock or 11:30 show with a mixture of live streams. I'm going to send some videos in. Tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss. We are premiering our BitBoy special that we showed the trailer for yesterday. Cyber warfare. It is showing technology is taking over, and it is very concerning. This is not futuristic stuff that's far away. This is stuff that's already happening right now, and you guys are not going to want to miss that. You guys can check out that trailer on Twitter where I tweeted it. My favorite place to tweet. Got some live in-studio guests today. My dad's here visiting for the show, and then we have my friend Ray here. So we always love having some guests in the show. I went to the bagel place this morning down the street. I always get recognized at the bagel place.
Interesting.
It is so it's so random.
Something about bagels and crypto, huh?
Well, you know what it is? It's a holy food.
Ah,
Just got a hole in it.
right,
Bagel.
like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, just like Swiss cheese. And I like donuts as well. So, the guy who I talked to up there, I believe his name was Sean. And he was telling me that he's driven by here. I'd like to get him in here to come check out the show one day. We love people in the local area. Love being on Earn Your Leisure the other night. Found out they're local to Atlanta. So if you guys are in the area, we would certainly love you guys come stop by one day. Email first. Yeah. info@hitnetwork.com. And we try to accommodate as many people as we can, but then we're not always in here. So bagels are so bad for you. It's a splurge food. I haven't had a bagel in like 2 months. Okay, guys. Sometimes I like a bagel. You know what I like on my bagel, TJ?
What's that?
Um,
Well, I could guess based on what you told somebody this morning.
Go ahead.
Garlic cream cheese,
Okay.
tomatoes. No,
Did you just say a vegetable?
no, garlic green cheese was all I had. That's where I was going to stop.
Bacon, cheese, and
bacon.
cream cheese.
Should've
And it's the
seen that
weirdest
coming.
thing. If you go to a place and ask for that bagel, they will almost every single time throw egg on it, even if you say no egg. But up here at Arts Bagels in Ackworth, Georgia, they got it correct. And she even made my bacon crispy. So thank you. Salute you for that. Guys, I know there is a hot take going on today. And I want to explain to you guys what is going on with Celsius. This is where we are going to start the show today. And we will get into some fallout from Celsius and what is going on. But I want to tell you my personal story. Because, guys, I am pissed. I don't know if you can tell. I'm pissed today. So we like to keep family friendly. People think that word's not very family friendly. I don't like for my kids to say it. One time, my oldest son, he was mad about something. He told my wife, he said, "I'm so mad about something. I want to say something right now, but I know I shouldn't." And she was like, "What?" And he was like, "I can't say it." She said, "Just say it." And he said, "I'm pissed." It's so funny. So anyways, guys, look, I'm mad today. We have tried to handle this Celsius situation with kid gloves. This is what I told them. I told Alex in an email. I also told our account rep. Everybody knows our account rep now, Ronald, who, by the way, none of them have responded to me in 24 hours.
Yeah.
We gave them ample time and not a single response. But yet, our buddy Ronald Lowe, he actually saw everything on Twitter and turned his account private. I wonder, because you don't want people to know when you're out there scamming people. And I am having a real hard time with this. I respected Alex Mashinsky. I respected Celsius. I was there at one of the initial conferences where they basically launched, which was at the Blockchain World Conference back in, I believe it was July of 2018. It was the first blockchain conference in Atlantic City that I had ever went to, or the first one I had ever gone to. Right before I went full-time crypto. Never had heard of Celsius before. There's actually a lot of controversy on did he even create VoIP. That's what he claims to have created. There are some other people that lay stake to that as well. But here's the thing. We've worked with Celsius for years. We had done, I don't know if we had done sponsored content, kind of some partnership stuff with them at some point, but we did that because we trusted them, because we thought this was a platform that we could send people to. And if you guys have not figured this out yet about me, I like to believe the best about people. I really do. I'm an optimist. I'm a glass full kind of person. I see something like Celsius and I listen to the messages of Alex Mashinsky talking about what he wants to do, how he wants to bring more people into crypto. And I love that. It sounded so good. And so when over the last couple of months, things started taking a turn, I had the rose-colored glasses on, and I'm sorry for that. I want to say that. Chances are there's nobody in here who, I don't know, that might be true. There may be someone here. We have like $3 million on there.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
3 million. Carl maybe has 200 million, but I couldn't tell if that was clickbait or not. $3 million we have on that platform. So keep in mind, no one has in this chat, most likely, has as much at stake as we do. There are people I know who I've talked to who do have 7 figures on there, low 7 figures. And our audience has been extremely affected by this. Okay. Extremely affected. We got a message. Nick Diamandi got a message from a guy. His profile picture is a picture with me at a meetup. And this guy has $1 million Cardano locked up on there. About $25,000 worth of other stuff locked on there. And he's upset. He's beside himself. He doesn't know what he's going to do. The fact is, a lot of these people, there's a great possibility they're losing their money. I don't want to be like Teron James here and say, you didn't lose your money. You kind of lost your money. Guys, fact is, this money may be gone. This $3 million that I have on there in a bear market near relatively the bottom, maybe another 50%, whatever, but maybe near the bottom, it's probably gone. Celsius is insolvent at this point. And the fact that people trusted me, and certainly I'm not the only one, people trusted anyone talking about Celsius for a long time, and they have assets locked up on there. Had another young lady who messaged me. By the way, I see all my Twitter DMs. I see them all. I may not respond to every one of them. I don't move them all into the regular inbox. I just can't respond to everyone. But I see them. Lady sent me an email and said, listen, I have a lot of money locked up on there. I had a friend who worked at Celsius for a 25-year relationship she had with this person. Said she left Celsius and started acting very strange. She believes that she knew the entire time and didn't tell her because she's probably under an NDA with Alex Mashinsky not to tell people what's really going on there. A lot of people want to go back to this channel. They want to talk about what happened over the summer in 2020 of DeFi. There were some projects we covered during that time that rug pulled. And there were some projects that did some super sketchy, super scammy stuff to us. So keep in mind, if anyone lost money during that time, I did too. And not only that, we lost credibility because we had projects lying to us. We had a project that people want to throw out there all the time. They switched their smart contract after we did a video. Now, we don't do any sponsored videos. We don't do anything promotional, nothing paid. You're not paid to be on this channel ever again. There was a time where we did that and we disclosed. Listen, what Alex Mashinsky and Celsius have been doing is nothing different than the most degenerate crypto traders and gamblers were doing with their own money back in 2020. 2020 was just full of scams. It was rampant in the DeFi space. And you would think that Alex Mashinsky would be smart enough to know that you can't take people's secure assets and make risky investments on degen DeFi projects and products and platforms and protocols and it be safe. I think they fell into what happens when you upgrade your stakes in gambling. All of a sudden, if you bet $10 a hand, once you move to $100 a hand, it's hard back to go to $10. I think that's what they were doing. When DeFi summer picked up, they were making money hand over fist with this super sketchy stuff, and they just didn't stop. They didn't read the tea leaves, and now it's insolvent. And so there are people that are going to be losing money due to the fact they trusted Celsius the same way we did. And I will tell you this, there were plenty of people that were warning about this over the last couple of months. And I had the rose-colored glasses on because I believed in Alex and I believed in what they were doing. I was wrong. And I'm sorry for that. And just know I'm in the exact same boat that you are. Let me explain to you what happened when I talked to our account rep, Ronald Lowe, L-O-H. I want his name out there. I want everyone to know this person involved with this. We emailed him yesterday, and he told us, keep in mind, our loan was collateralized with ETH, correct?
Yes.
So we had to pay the loan off in ETH?
Yes.
Okay. So we have a whole finance department. I wasn't involved in making that deal. I knew about it, of course. So we have enough money in our Celsius account right now. If it moves over to ETH, we can pay the loan off. We have enough money in the account to pay the loan. Now you might say, you have all this money, why'd you take a loan? Well, we didn't want to sell crypto. You collateralize your crypto, you pull out liquidity in cash, and you don't have to lose your crypto. You can pay it back in cash or in the original asset.
That's part of what kills me is we plan for this. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. At the top of the market, you take a collateralized loan knowing you're going to a bear market, so you have a heavy cash position going into the bear market. And how Celsius didn't plan for this is baffling to me when they raised hundreds of millions of dollars, as a company, as a platform, billions of dollars of other people's assets, as well as the Celsius token itself. It's just, I don't know how you could screw this up that bad.
Oh, and BitBoy got to pay the bills on YouTube shilling out. We don't shill anything. You cannot pay to be on this channel ever. We give away our YouTube money. All the money we make on YouTube, we give it away to Pluto Alliance. Just so we're clear on that. $50,000 a month is about what that is. See, other people in there saying we're doing damage control. This is not damage control. This is me caring about the people on this channel and understanding that they lost money the same way that we did.
Friends, family.
Family.
His dad. Crypto is in Celsius.
And I'm getting messages from people left and right. I thought this was trustworthy. I had somebody, a Celsius fan today, say, man, I really hate seeing BitBoy flip on Celsius.
Yeah, well.
Okay, I want you guys to understand. This is the most popular scam in crypto. You may have heard of the ETH giveaway scam, very popular on social media, okay? The most popular scam in crypto is someone coming to you, claiming to be an influencer, claiming to be a Forex expert, claiming to be a crypto expert, and asking you to invest with them, okay? This is what they do. They take your money. As soon as you send the money into an address, it's gone forever. You will never see it again. They create a website where you get a login. You log into that website, and you see your account grow day after day after day. But it's not real. They have it on a timer so that every day it's gaining like 10% until you have $100,000 on there and you try to withdraw it. But you can't withdraw it. The money's not real, but you don't know that. And so then what they say is, hey, you know what? To get your money off, you're going to actually have to send us more money. You need to send us $5,000 to pull your money off. So you send the $5,000 in. And then they say, well, no, actually, there's an international fee we forgot to tell you about. That's another $2,500. Send in $2,500. Because keep in mind, you turned $1,000 into $100,000. This is not a $1,000 loss to you. This is a $100,000 loss to you. Mm-hmm. Because in your mind, you have already spent that money because you thought it was yours. Were you naive? Probably so. Is it an expensive lesson? Definitely so. What I would tell you here is Celsius is doing the exact same thing to people right now. The exact same thing. They told us we have enough money in our account to pay off the loan, but we can't pay it off with the money in our account. Think about that. Why? Why can we not pay the loan off with the money in our account? Here's why. It's just numbers on a screen. It's not real. There's no money backing those numbers. It's insolvent. And they've known about this now for months. And I can guarantee you that as soon as this stuff started coming out on Twitter, that there was some stuff fishy with it, they knew 6 months before that at least. They knew what they were doing here. They are so responsible for this. It's not even funny. I know Alex has kids and he has a family. This man deserves to go to prison. I will tell you that right now. With the billions of dollars lost, how many lives are going to be lost? People committing suicide because they have their life savings on here to totally change their life on Celsius and they're not going to be able to get it back. Please don't do that. Please don't do it. Your life is worth more than that. But I'd be naive to believe that that's not a reality for a lot of people. I know because people have been telling us. Okay? So I went on AMA with Celsius just a few weeks ago. And at the time, I felt a little uneasy about it because some stuff had started coming out. I didn't want to believe it, but there was starting to be maybe a change. I went on that show, and in the show prep, do you know what Alex told me? He said, well, you want to talk about? You got anything you want to talk about? And I said, well, you know what? The market, like people want to know where the market's going, and we think it's going down. It's going to go down further. We think it's going to bottom in November. And I would tell you this, I know another large YouTuber that was on his show, and he did the exact same thing. He said, no, we don't talk about the price going down here. We don't talk about negative things. We just want to talk about it going up, long term. He didn't want to give you the truth. He didn't want to give you the truth. He intentionally did not want to give you the truth. What does that mean? It means he's a lying wolf in sheep's clothing. And he won't tell you the truth about what's really going on. The day before Celsius collapsed, he called people saying they would stop withdrawals FUD. The day before. That's an outright lie. The only hope for this company is someone else to buy them. And I still don't see any hope for them at that point. How many people are just going to not ever stake again at this point? Think about it. Do you trust staking right now?
Not on a centralized platform. And really not
even on a decentralized platform.
Yeah.
So I am pissed. I couldn't even get a response from them. I can't even get an email. I have 6 million social media followers. I can't get an email from them back. So you know what we're going to do? We're going balls to the wall against these people. You need to understand that. I have meetings set up with lawyers already. And guys, I want you to understand this. If I lose $3 million, that means this much to me compared to those of you that lose $100,000, but that was everything that you had. This is not a fight about me getting my money back. Guys, class action lawsuit, we're still not going to get all our money back. It's not going to happen. Okay? This is about going after them and holding themselves accountable for everything that they have done. And they do not want this. This is going to be the loudest, most vocal class action lawsuit in crypto history. I can guarantee you that. And I've already had hundreds of people message me saying they are on board and they're ready to fight. So you want to come toe-to-toe with this channel? Let me tell you, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. There's a reason why you come to me and beg for me to come on. Bit Squad members lost money in this. We understand that. But think about this, guys. We will build it back. It will get built back, even if you are at the bare bones. Guys, we have a year to accumulate probably, if not longer. We probably have until February of 2024 before things start creeping back up. Now, what does that mean? Will it be at 25 or 30? Then maybe, I don't know. All-time highs, we're looking at end of 2024. You'll see that on a video this weekend. We're gonna tell you about when we're looking at for that. But you will build it back. I've lost everything twice in crypto. Twice. I lost 8 figures theoretically when I sold all my Bitcoin in 2013. The money that the original Bitcoin purchase alone that I made for $400 would have been worth 7 figures. The total amount of money that I bought over that entire year, as of right now, that would be about $22 million. $22 million right now. At the peak, freaking almost 9 figures. So I've lost it all. I've lost everything before. I'm not going to do it again because I've learned. What I have learned is when you go through these bear markets, when you have stuff like this happen, the rubber hits the road. You have to be patient. You have to be smart. And you have to take all the things that you've learned along this way. You have to apply them to the future. And we do the same thing. So what does that mean? That means we are not going to be using centralized platforms ever again. Mm-hmm. We used to give, now look, if you're trading, it's a necessary evil with a trading account. That's how it is. If you're not trading, you don't need to have any money on any of these accounts. Coinbase, you can probably trust. Celsius, I would have said last week you could have trusted. So that shows the erosion and how fast it can come. But we will build back. We will fight together. And no, I did not sell my Lamborghini. But I'm also not looking to buy a new one anytime soon. I'll tell you that much. So this is what it's going to be, guys, is that we are going to be fighting against these people. I don't think, I just got to be honest. I want to relieve everyone of expectations. I don't think people are getting their money back.
Yeah.
I no longer believe people are getting their money back. I don't think I'm getting my money back. I don't think you're getting your money back. Now, you do have the option. If you go to my Twitter, if you go to my Twitter profile on Twitter, best way to find a Twitter profile, come down here. And if you scroll down, we got to pick our winner for this, by the way. We'll do that here in just a second. And you go to this comment. I really thought this was funny. Really trying to figure out how Celsius Network was different than BitConnect. I'm coming up short. Some people had some interesting answers on that. But this right here, Joshua Browder. Who is this guy? A lawyer, I guess. He has 46,000 followers. He's a CEO of Do Not Pay. And he talks about on here how if you lost between $10,000 and $25,000, you can actually take Celsius to court in small claims court before they file bankruptcy, and they will have to pay you out. So read that thread there if you've lost between, anything under $25,000, and maybe you will be able to get some of your money back. So that's what we want to see. We want to see these people held accountable. We want you to get your money back, but I don't want to fill anyone with false expectations. Yeah. So this is the deal. This is where we're at. We're going to probably blast Celsius on this channel every single day for the rest of eternity until people get their money back. This is one of these things that when the pressure is on, when it's just happened, when people are feeling it, everybody wants to talk about it. And then you know what happens? It subsides. You know what happened when it subsides? Alex Mashinsky's let off the hook. We are not going to let him off the hook. That's a promise. So, like I said, we're going to be talking to lawyers today. If I don't know how this works. If we were to get our money back, I don't know if we still do it. But the thing is that we are going to start this process. And if some point we get our money back and other people don't get their money back, then we will pass that off to the people that have lost the money. I'm still keeping a faint hope.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And all we want to do is pay our loan off with our own money to get our money back.
Exactly. And they have, supposedly gotten their liquidation point down to 14,000. None of us really think that's going to make a dramatic difference in the long run. So it is, irresponsible or overly irresponsibly optimistic not to assume it's gone at this point. But I do want to echo what you said about building it back. The Bit Squad is one of the smartest communities in all of crypto. We're going to have the best opportunity to accumulate. A lot of you guys have been looking forward to this time.
There's a typo in the thumbnail, by the way.
Okay. And if you do... Okay. If you guys do have money in Celsius, if you've lost it, just want to give you that same solace that it can be built back, and you have more knowledge, more experience now to take advantage of this market than you ever have before. Yeah. And that's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah. And I see people talking about, can you scroll up just a little bit? Leave it right there, leave it right there, leave it right there. People take 10% gains. I had one on there. Scroll up a little bit. Don't put a hit on Mashinsky. I see people saying that. Guys, he needs to be held accountable. Like, the guy's got a family. Let's remember people are humans. Absolutely. But he needs to be held accountable for this. There's no question about this. Okay. When will I admit I'm just a glowing asset for the DS? I don't even know what that is. What's the DS?
I'm not sure.
We don't know what that is. Tell us what that is.
Deep state, maybe.
The deep state. Oh.
Yeah.
Me and Alex Jones both, we are deep state assets. We are here to, let you know that nothing's okay.
Right.
So anyways, guys, that's where we're at. We're going to pick our winner real quick for our miner. Let me go in the back end here.
Everybody loves that.
Everybody loves that. That's one of their favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So competitions, waiting, gleam, finished. Okay, draft competitions. And we are doing, for non-U.S. citizens, we are going to be doing, a Bybit trading contest, or WSOT, World Series of Trading. We will be doing that. Non-U.S. citizens, we'll have a link for you. Maybe we'll have Frank or do it on Friday.
Yeah.
The link is live. Oh, so I can go to Frank. Okay. I'll talk about that in just a second. Guys, leverage trading is not for beginners. It's not for beginners. If you've never traded before, if you're not confident, don't sign up. You'll lose all your money. If you are a competent trader, you want to take part in the trading competition, we'll give you that link here in just a second. Leverage trading can be extremely dangerous. Frank can help you guys navigate how to do it correctly, because some people will tell you this isn't true. You can make money. I made basically $1 million in 1 month with it. And then I pulled all the money out and I don't trade anymore. See? That's how you do it. All right, we're going to draw the winner here for the miner. I don't show this. I got to show the widget, or else it'll show the email address and people will try to scam us. Now it's winner and widget. Here we go. The winner of the...
Show it now?
No, not yet. I got to do the... and widget. with avatars. Okay. Now, there it is. You can show it now. The winner is Bo W. So congratulations, Bo W. You have won a M20 rig worth $2,500 from Clean Spark, the company that we did the BitBoy special with a couple weeks ago. Very cool video. If you haven't checked that video out, make sure you go watch it from Saturday. Another BitBoy special coming out tomorrow. We'll just do a quick look at the markets here. And I'll pull up this, guys. You can go to frankiecandles.com. Go to frankiecandles.com if you are interested in that WSOT trading competition. You can go right here and you can join the team. We probably don't have anybody on the team yet because we just went live just a few seconds ago. Is that us? Is that our team? That's not our team, I don't think. So then you go join as a squad member, and then you can come down here and you can pick us. Go to English. Let's see here where we are. Probably at the very bottom because we just signed up. We're there somewhere, guys. We're there somewhere. So you can probably search and find it as well. I don't see it. Did we give them an avatar? I wonder. There it is. Right there. Boom. We already got 3 members. So how about that? So you click there. You can join our team. We've got our personal account up there. So there you go. So you guys can join that if you want. frankiecandles.com. Looking at the crypto markets. I know that was a lot. That was exhausting. But guys, this is a very important thing that's just happened in crypto. This has eroded a lot of the trust in crypto, what's just happened in the last few days with this. 19,885 cryptos. Number still going up. Exchange is 527. I think that's down from last week at 520, or last one at 528. 905 billion in market cap. We are now, I believe we actually would have gone down in the last 24 hours below the 2017 market cap. So we go to year to date, if we go to all, go here. This was, 2017, the peak. Peak was 813. Now it says 813, but that was the close. It did go actually up to about 900 billion on the peak day of the market. And you can see right now we are at 933 it bottomed at. And it just had 905. So we're at 905. So we are less than $100 billion away from creating a new low since 2017 on the total market cap. So pretty interesting. We'll look at that stuff when Frank comes on. 24-hour volume has waned a little bit, 106 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 44.9%. ETH dominance, 14.9%. These are both down. Why are these down? We talked about it yesterday. We talked about that. We talked about yesterday that it's because people are moving over to stables. And I had an interesting conversation with one of the moms on my baseball team, on one of my son's baseball teams last night. She's like, look, I want to get into crypto. I want to get into Ethereum. The price right now is like 1180. Like, if I'm going to buy one, does it really matter if I'm buying 1180 or if it drops down a little bit lower? But no, I mean, it doesn't. If you're buying one, you buy it at 1180, that's a good price. It dropped today down to right at 1,000. 1180 is still going to be a good price for Ethereum. If you're wanting to jump in the market, I don't think it's a bad time if you're looking just to make an initial small investment, not your life savings, not your entire amount you have set to the side. I told her, for somebody that's trying to get started, which we have a great Crypto 101 video coming for beginners very soon, buy one Ethereum and then dollar cost average into XRP every month or every week or something. I think that's a pretty good strategy at this point. So Corey has a goal of 10 ETH, 100 Link, 100 DOT, 10,000 Matic. It's never been more achievable. That's what happens in bear market, folks. And you know what's interesting? The fact that so many of the parents I talk to on my kids' baseball teams, they're as interested right now as ever.
Yep.
Like, that should tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these are people that most likely felt like they missed it. Everybody knew crypto was going up last year, and people are looking for opportunities, and that's a good thing. But it doesn't mean that we're at the bottom. I told Crypto Savvy, I'm going to have him on the show here pretty soon, probably in July. I told Crypto Savvy that if it does go down to his number at, I think, 3,600, I can never remember what his number is. I think it's 35. That I will bring him on the channel. I will wear a bear hat, and I will bow to him if it's true. So, 60, 59.5 Paraguay Syngene transaction. Bitcoin right now at 21,395. Can you refuse to pay Celsius loans from I Like Stats or I Like Sats? No, you have to collateralize it. So if you don't pay it, like, what is our LTV? 60%?
40 something.
40%?
Yeah.
So that means that we had to stake up 40% of the crypto that we were taking. We could take 40% of the cash that our crypto was worth.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the LTV ratio. So if we don't pay the loan, that means we lose all of that crypto we put up as collateral. So we put up 100% of crypto. We got a loan of 40% of that, and we don't pay it, we lose all of it.
And now we're saying we're ready to pay it with what's in there, and they're like, well, you can't because we've already spent your money that's in there.
Somebody said, name the big YouTuber. Name him. Well, maybe it's not a him. Okay. All right. Ethereum, $1,120. BNB at 212. This is what alerted me. I woke up at 5 this morning, and I saw BNB was down 20% or whatever it was when it was down below 200. Maybe it was down 12%. That's what really woke me up. Like, oh my gosh, I thought our Ethereum was near that liquidation level. Cardano coming in 47 cents, hanging relatively tough still. Dogecoin, Polkadot, there you go. We'll bring Frank on here in just a second. You come on up, Frank. Basic attention token up, Bora up. Carl said Costa was one of the only coins that was up today. So Carl did Carl lose $200 million? Is that true?
I don't know.
Well, he put that, it was clickbait probably. But he said he had 200 million on there. Maybe that was at the peak. I don't know. I'd hate for him to lose that much money, but as he said it this morning with his video with Da Vinci, I like Carl. Don't get me wrong. I love Carl. He said, you're rich when you can lose everything and still be rich. Carl, come on. The timing. Come on, Carl. Come on. Your $1 million Jacobs watch. Maybe it wasn't the best week for that, but we still love you, Carl. We love you, Carl. We always love you. Okay, go ahead.
Easy come, easy go. Just remember that, guys. Yeah.
Shout out to Carl. What is going on, everybody? I feel like I have a lot to coming into a lot here. It's a lot to follow up with the all the energy on the stream today. But I hope you guys are having a good day. We got a lot to look at on the charts here. We got some bullish stuff popping up. I do want to stress, though, you want to be careful with any longs that you're putting in, and you want to be careful even if you're seeing bullish stuff pop up on the charts, because in the recent past, nothing bullish has really been playing out. As we were dropping, we were seeing bullish, bullish divergences popping up all over the place, and we were just smashing right through them. Nothing bullish was playing out at all. So be really careful with the longs. But there are some bullish things popping up, and we're going to check in on some trades. I'm going to show you guys, update you on the trades, and I'm going to update you guys on the trades, and also meme it. Ooh, rate me 1 to 10. How do I smell?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of something witty, but I can't. You really limited me by saying 1 to 10. I mean, you smell like an Irish Spring.
Okay, all right, yeah. I'll take that. Irish Spring, I will take it. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys, update you on my trade, and then kind of let you know what made me not enter the trade, but stay in the trade to ride it down a little bit further. I'll show you guys that. And then also I'm going to show you how you could have possibly caught this bounce that we are seeing right now, because there were some pretty clear signals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into
it held the previous cycle all-time high.
Yes.
It held that.
Yes.
The number is 19,800 on most exchanges. That's about what it was. We generally say 20,000. I was very nervous this morning because the thing you guys got to keep in mind, if it plunges below that, there's no telling where it's going.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with that. Good to see it hold. That is for sure. And then let me just go ahead and pull up my trade here real quick, just to update you guys on the Ethereum short that I am in. Guys, we've been crushing it in the Discord. We now have $1,000 locked in, totally locked in my pocket, up $665, 148% on this Ethereum short. Now, last night I was looking at the charts, and I'm trying to think, should I take more profit off the table? Is it going to come down a little bit more? We are most likely going to see some relief come in here at some point, right? It feels like we've been looking for this relief, and it just hasn't come. But it will come at some point. So I was looking at the charts last night, trying to figure out, should I pull more profit? Now, let me show you how you could have caught this short, because there were some things. Number one, join the Frankie Candles Discord, because I did actually alert our Discord about this last night. I posted this at 12:24 a.m. Let me move this over a little bit. 12:24 a.m. late last night on the charts, updating the Candle Mafia. But I said on ETH, we have a confirmed blood diamond on the 1 hour, and Yellow X is printing on the 3 and 4 hour. Pretty bearish. We also have the Fed meeting tomorrow, so expect some possible volatility in either direction.
Quick question. We have somebody here. James M says, "What do you think it will do at 2:30?"
Yes.
Dentist appointment. Continue.
Yeah. It's
tooth hurting. You guys
yeah.
get it? Go ahead.
You'll hear the drills going. You'll definitely hear the drills going. But yeah, let the Candle Mafia know in the Discord. Yellow X's blood diamond, and then I did put this picture in. Zoom in on that a little bit. Here is the blood diamond, and we had our first target right here. A little pixelated. Can't read the exact number, but it's about 1,100. And then our second target was the top of this golden pocket at about 1,000. And then let's just go ahead and pull up this. Just because it was an ETH trade, let's go ahead and take a look at how that played out. So you can see here, let me zoom in just a little bit. So you can see we were watching these two. And also, guys, the gaps in volume. This has been playing out really, really well. I was saying if we lose this support level right here, obviously we broke down, retested it. And if we did drop, it would be a pretty quick drop down to our first level at 1,100. Boom, hit it, wick below it, but basically bounced off it perfectly, ranged around a little bit, printed that blood diamond, which is when I put that picture in the Discord and let everybody know that we could, being that there was very little volume here, we could have a quick move down to the top of this golden pocket at $1,000. And boom, hit it absolutely perfectly. So these are some of the things, right? The blood diamond on the 1 hour, and then we did have the Yellow X on the 3 and the 4 hour, feeling pretty bearish, right? So we were pointing out that this Yellow X as well could just bring you right back down to this golden pocket, or not back down, but right down to that golden pocket. So get in that Discord if you are not already, because we've been putting out some fire calls lately. Now, checking in on Bitcoin, I don't have the screenshot from the Discord, but we essentially said the same thing. Yellow X on the 3 hour. We had a bunch of other bearish things popping up. And I was saying, let me come down to a lower time frame so we can kind of zoom in here. If we lost this spider line right here, it would be a pretty quick move down to this spider line at about $20,088 because of the gaps in volume, right? So we called that absolutely perfectly. Lost that spider line, bearish retest, printed the Yellow X, and you get slammed right down to the downside. And then we got a nice little run up to test this spider line as resistance. And you could have seen this coming. I do like to show you guys, what you can look for on the charts to catch these moves up and down and, jump in, grab your bag, and jump out. Now, if we come up to some of the higher time frames, I think the 90-minute, or let's look at the 1 hour. Was it on the 1 hour as well? Yeah, boom, right? Is that bullish?
What was that noise, Frank?
Weird. Yeah, those live streams every night are, I think, starting to get to my voice. I don't have the range I used to.
Isn't it interesting?
It is very interesting.
My voice sounds totally different than it did when I started the show.
It is crazy. It's
drastically different. Y'all go watch the beginning.
Yeah.
And I actually, a Facebook memory popped up the other day from when I used to work I ran the team rehab, and we had a lake day, and we were doing like jumps off of these docks and stuff. And I was listening to myself talk. I sounded like a small child compared to how I sound now. And that was like 2015. That wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah, it is crazy when you watch the early videos on your channel. Your voice is completely different.
Still always great looking, maybe a little better looking. They say the money will do that. They say the money makes you handsomer.
Oh,
go ahead.
Hey,
handsomer.
I'll take it. But yeah, guys, if you wanted to catch this bounce, right, this little scalp long that you could have jumped into, right, as Ben was saying, if you're trading with leverage, guys, be very careful if you don't know what you're doing. If you want to learn more about trading and how to use leverage as a tool and not a way to gamble, definitely follow me at Frankie Candles on YouTube, and head over to frankiecandles.com and hit up our Phemex deal. You will get a deposit bonus. Phemex, once you sign up with our referral link, will deposit some free money for you guys to trade with. So who doesn't want free money? Especially right now. I think everybody can use a little bit of a boost in their account.
I know Celsius likes free money.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
Oh, God.
But you could have found this bullish divergence right here, guys, and caught that nice little move up. As far as where we're headed right now, be very careful. At 2:30, be careful for that dentist to come popping in.
Yeah, that's right.
Things could get pretty volatile. I don't really want to say up or down right now just because things can get really weird. I typically sit out on these days where we have these meetings because you could get wrecked very easily. I'm sitting in my short, but please understand I have a lot of money locked in profits. I will be moving right now after I hop off here. I will be setting my stop loss to my entry point, so it's a completely risk-free trade. So just understand that. Be very careful with this meeting coming up. And yeah, see you on my live stream at 5:45. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bingy McBongy. Why did Ben's voice change so much from Corey? And I'll go back to the other super chat.
Yeah.
My voice changed very distinctly when we did our first Las Vegas meetup.
Yeah.
We did our first Las Vegas meetup. It was at the Venetian back in, what was that? January of 2021, maybe? No, February. February 2021. We did our meetup. And I was so raspy for talking to people for 6 hours over loud music in this little bar where in the middle of the Venetian Casino where we were doing it at. And my voice never went back. It permanently changed that weekend. You can go watch the video that happened before the meetup and after the meetup, and you'll find that. That may have actually been the year before. Haven't we done 2 in Las Vegas? That was the very first one we did. I don't know when that was. Maybe September, October the year before.
Yeah, I was thinking it might have been fall 2020.
Might have been,
late
actually.
2020.
It was end of 2020, I think. And 10 Star said, just watch your Yahoo Finance interview. I lit that interview up yesterday. I will tell you that much. I love how you use your airtime to stick up for retail investors. One day we'll meet up, but for massive love and respect for you, TJ, and the team. And I'll tell you this. After I got done calling all institutions scammers, the guy on Yahoo Finance said, tell us how you really feel. Like, that's right. And I stuck up for the retail traders. And then we talked about Players Lounge, where we stuck up for the athletes. Of course, we're partners with Players Lounge. You know, they work in our building. And, you know, we're really excited to, you know, go forward with the NFTs for NIL. And we stand up for the people. We stand up for the investor. We stand up for the people that aren't accredited investors. We stand up for the athletes. We stand up for musicians. We believe everybody deserves to know your worth and not only know it, but receive it.
Yeah, it's awesome what they're doing for the app. Basically putting money directly in the pockets of NCAA athletes. They've got a really big event coming up July 23rd. Basically 50 of all the top athletes in the nation are going to be here at this event in Atlanta. So if you guys could check out their website, go hop in their Discord, give them all the love and respect if you love college athletes and think they deserve to be paid.
Johannes Gamboa said Central Bank of Canada raised 75 bips increase usually shortly after we do. We expect that. I don't think we're going to see a drop today. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that we saw the drop on Monday. There was a reaction to the leak of the 75 bips. I think we actually bounced by the end of the day slightly. And then we also over here, Raven Boy Crypto. Yeah, LOL. Yeah, you need to take it easy on the institutions on national TV. We don't want them putting a hit on you. We need you for the future. If I ever die, it was probably Scott Menard. That's what I'll tell you. It was either Scott Menard or Gary Gensler. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Those are 2 people who probably want to put hits on me. Okay, just know. Just know. I love my life. I would not ever hang myself with a dog leash around a door, you know, which happened to somebody last year. Yeah, there's people
probably more than one.
Yeah, more than one, but I know one personally that I know it happened to. I don't want to get John McAfee, you know, but Bitcoin slips 10% to touch 20%. Oh, let's do the Twitter buzz. Twitter buzz. Do we have a sound effect for that?
No, soon.
Yeah, Twitter buzz. We're going to be quick with Twitter buzz today. Guys, why do they love putting people that I hate on Twitter buzz? It's okay. It's okay. Dylan LeClaire. At Mashinsky, which you should have put a period first, by the way. If you're tweeting at a person, if you put a period first before the at, more people will see it. But cover the loan if you know what's good for you. Oh, my gosh, he sounded like me over here. The lower you push liquidation price, the more aggressively whales will sell to make sure it hits. Guys, there's no way I don't believe that the liquidation point is not hitting.
Yeah. And that's kind of what he's saying is all you're doing is making the target lower for everybody else. So
how much did Celsius pay you to promote them? I don't know.
No, they didn't pay us anything.
We had an affiliate deal with them.
Right.
And how much do we make from that? $2,000 or $3,000?
If that. Next to nothing.
Next to nothing. And go up a little bit more?
Yeah. We truly just believed in the platform, guys.
Ben, talk about how you used to say Celsius was great. I talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah. And guys, that's why we lost $3 million on it. Right. Because we thought it was great. So we don't ever tell you guys anything that we're not doing ourselves. Exactly. I mean, actually, that's not true. Sometimes we tell you the best thing to do, like sell at 38K, and then we don't do it like idiots. I wish we would have.
Me too.
But anyways, the point with that is what Dylan LeClaire said is, guys, what we're seeing is we're seeing stop loss hunting all around.
Absolutely.
And this is very dangerous. And this is why we're going to probably see much lower lows in the future. I don't know when it's going to happen. But I tend to believe, and stick with me on this, TJ, I think what we're going to see is we don't get a drop today. We're going to get a drop when the Fed minutes come out in a few weeks. and it's going to have more aggressive details about what they're planning for the next few hikes. That's what I think we're going to see.
I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Alexandra Huck. Luna collapsing. USDD depegging. That's the Tron stablecoin, I believe. Celsius halting withdrawals. Binance halting BTC withdrawals. The Binance thing is no big deal. They do that all the time. We covered it on Around the Blockchain yesterday. I didn't really give my opinion on it. Guys, whenever there's high volume and heavy volatility, exchanges go down. It's just what happens. They had a transaction stuck. Is it intentional? Very possibly. Is it abnormal or something unique we're seeing now? Absolutely not. It's happened since the beginning of crypto. The market cap losing over $1 trillion in 5 weeks with panic sell-off. The great cleansing. We're certainly in the midst of it, guys. And you guys know I have been making fun of Big Chet's trading for a while since when it was 38K. I said we were going to go down massively. And he said, oh, the bottom must be in. The YouTubers are capitulating. They said the bottom was in when I said it was going down when it was at 38, when it was at 35, when it was at 33, when it was at 30, when it was at 29, when it was at 28, when it was at 25, when it was at 22. They said the bottom was in the whole way down. The fact is, when we get this capitulation candle, you guys will know it. But we are not done with the cleansing in this space. I don't know what the next target is. I tend to think Michael Saylor might be the next one they're trying to go after, but that number's so low, I don't know if they'll be able to get there. Celsius reportedly transferred $320 million. Can I just get $3 million of that, folks?
Yeah, right.
Worth the crypto to FTX before announcing they would halt all trading and withdrawals on the platform. Now, is this Kieran Seymour? Ben, you literally encouraged people for years to stake. You profited from that irresponsible. We made $3,000. I lost $3 million, you idiot. You think I profited? Did that profit? Why don't you do the math on that, bud? That's a little bit wrong there. Guys, we were not saying anything we didn't genuinely believe. That's why we lost $3 million.
And we feel for you guys.
What's that?
And we feel for you guys too. Everything you guys are feeling right now, we're feeling it too. It's a gut punch.
And it's compounded. Because yes, some of you may be in a worse financial situation than we are as a company right now because we have money spread out over other places. But we lost more. But I feel the compound effects of all of the people on here that we supported said Celsius is great.
I think a lot of people underestimate how much we really care about you guys.
I promise you do. If you spent one day in this office and you talk to the people that work here, you would find out that there are a lot of people out there that are very misled about what we believe about you as a person. The government is the one that believes you're an idiot. The institutions are the ones that want you to lose. We don't win if you don't win. If you don't win, if this channel doesn't make money for people, it goes away. So you see, oh, BitBoy's wrong about everything. We made more millionaires on this channel than probably any YouTube channel in the history of the world in this last bull run. Now, are they not millionaires anymore? Some of them. If you took profits like we encourage you to do, you certainly did. If you were watching this channel since 2019 or 2018, you're still in a great spot. Moon Fiction says Ben is cute when he's angry.
I
guess I'm cute all the time. I be cute. So it's just how it bees. Okay. Bitcoin slips 10% to touch $20,000. Ethereum down 15%. Crypto market melts $370 billion in a week as bears threaten Bitcoin crash under 20K. I believe it's coming, guys. I think 14K is, where we're going to be at. If you want to see what we consolidated, by the way, you can go watch our video from March where we did a portfolio reveal, I believe. We would dwindle down to 22 coins. We're not going to be doing a portfolio video for a little bit, by the way, guys, because I just don't want to look at it right now. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal towards y'all. I don't even know what it is. We got 9,786 viewers, 1996 likes.
Yeah.
It's a great year for the Olympics here in Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure my stepdad, did you know, was at Centennial Olympic Park 1 hour before the Centennial Olympic Park bombing. Very crazy.
That is crazy.
And my dad, who's sitting here in the audience with us today, Dad's feeling good today. I remember he took me down to the Olympic Village.
Mm-hmm.
One of the highlights of my athletic career was we did the Grant Hill experience at the Coca-Cola pavilion or tent, and I drained a three-pointer in front of all those little shotties.
Hey.
Just tell you, it was pretty nice. It was a turnaround fadeaway three-pointer, and I would have been probably 13. Next target price is that of Celsius liquidation. Perfect exit scam plan to allow them to keep everybody's money. Well, I think they get liquidated too, but they will be keeping money. I'm sure that's why they keep asking for fresh money.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I will never promote another. And by promote, I don't mean get paid. I mean, I don't think with a good conscience, a good faith, I can ever tell you to go stake at this point, outside of staking on a Cardano node or on
on-chain
an Ethereum
staking.
validator stuff, on-chain stuff, guys. Ben, make it sense to
Does it make
sense to move my coins to Exodus? I'm on Swissborg. I think Exodus is a good wallet. We like Exodus.
Yeah, Exodus is strong. Trezor and Exodus, good combo.
Yeah. So, all right, we got to fly through this. We're way behind today, but it's been a good show today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. What coins you invest in? I said I consolidated again yesterday. Did we sell any coins yesterday? In the last couple of days? Did we sell out of any coin completely?
Not yesterday. I mean, we sold a lot of different coins the day before.
Did we sell all of any coin?
Probably.
But you don't know what they are.
I don't know what they are.
It's probably some stuff on KuCoin.
It is on KuCoin.
Yeah, stuff on KuCoin. So, biggest Bitcoin exchange inflow since 2018, but potential 20K bottom at risk. I'm targeting 14,000. I did agree with that comment earlier, by the way. Bitcoin could be on the verge of a major retail sell-off as exchanges inflow spiked to almost 3.5-year highs. Was this from yesterday? No, it was 4 hours ago, which would have been after the major dump this morning. Cointelegraph or Cointelelie recently reported analysts are of mixed opinion when it comes to whether Bitcoin will repeat the trend this cycle. Is 84% drawdown with mean bottom of just $11,000. We're targeting 85, 10,366 potential bottom. Selling pressure came from Binance and FTX. Now, isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Where did we just see that they sent $320 million to?
FTX.
If you guys want to know how you keep people out of your business, you send your crypto into exchanges and do it there and then send it back out, and nobody knows if you sold it or not. The big whales have known this for a really, really long time. Thoughts on Vault platform now after Celsius? We covered Vault before. Hey, look great. I will never tell you a staking platform is probably where you need to have your money after this. So that's not a shot towards them. It's just a shot towards the whole industry. And somebody made a comment on there. They said they think this might get staking banned altogether. Well, you're not going to be able to ban decentralized staking. But guys, you really start going down the rabbit trail here. Okay. You really start going down the rabbit trail. You look at the two things the government doesn't like. They don't like staking and they don't like stable coins. And they really don't like staking with stable coins. So now all of a sudden we've had algorithmic stablecoin busted. Project goes belly up. Now we have entire staking platform goes down. I don't know. Do a little bit of math there, guys. Do a little bit of math. I think you might start seeing that, there's a lot of people playing ball with each other to make this happen. I certainly would be remiss to say that I don't think there's some high-level people involved in a lot of this stuff that's going on. Is it intentional? I think a lot of it probably is, but who gets hurt in the middle? Just like always, us, the retail investor, we always get hurt. Do we have 3-year? Yeah, we do have that as well in here. Bitcoin price may soon plunge to 13K, said Peter Brandt. I think 14K, I think 13K is definitely reasonable. I don't think we're seeing it soon, though. We might see 17 soon, but it's just hard to imagine it going down quickly, down to 13, and then that not being a bottom. But the timing says bottom after midterms, could certainly get a double bottom. That is a potential. Peter Brandt, well-known derivatives trader, almost 50 years of experience, and also a common crypto commentator, which, the only thing I love better than a commentator, an extra special tater, an extraordinary tater. A double top is a particularly bearish technical reversal pattern. Arthur Hayes speculated that 20%.
Do you see this comment?
That's got to be a joke,
It's
right?
got to be a joke.
Would you mind talking a bit about staking ETH on Lido with SD ETH? Safe fish or high risk?
That's
why Celsius isn't the problem they're in. That exact scenario. So very high risk. Also speculated yesterday, 20,000 is a particular support level for Bitcoin. I mean, I think there's a chance we can bounce off 20, go back up maybe to 24, maybe 25, and then we get the Fed minutes. We go back down, test 20 again, hover around there for a while. All summer, we're hovering around those numbers. After midterm elections, we get dropped down to 14, 10, maybe. Definitely think we could see that. Guys, this is what you have to understand. The macroeconomics are so dangerous right now. Did you see that conversation with Forza last night?
No.
Okay, so Forza is in my research group. Forza is a very high-level traditional finance executive. This is not a Joe Blow who just joined crypto. He has a six-figure job, high six-figure job, makes a lot of money. I've been trying to get him to work for me for years now, but I still don't even know if I can pay him as much as he would demand by his skill set. Eventually, I think he'll be here. I do believe that. I do believe eventually he ends up here. But he was explaining to me about the bond yields. And you guys know, I've just been learning about these bonds over the last 2 years. I didn't know much about this stuff. The yields going up is a bad thing. You understand that?
I mean,
You
not
don't, do you?
in depth.
No. And I didn't either. Well, it's because when you buy a bond, and there may be people in here that are much smarter than me that will be able to even add to this. My general understanding, based on what he said, is that because we talked yesterday, the yields are going up. That's that's good. We said that the dollar's getting stronger. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what they
good.
were trying to do, was get the bond yields to go up.
No, they're trying to get the value to go up, but not the yield. So the yield is a percentage, okay? And I may mix up the jargon here, but basically what it is, when you buy a bond, you buy like a per annum coupon,
Right.
and so let's say it's 6%. So you buy a $1,000 bond, right? And you have the per annum at 6%. So you should be making $60. You should be making $60 off of that $1,000 over that time period. You can go trade that in at the end of the term or whatever it is. Well, somehow the way it works, because it's a ratio, it's like it's saying that people are selling off treasuries and the yield is actually going up because the percentage that you're cashing in is worth more versus what you bought it for because of inflation. And so it's a very complicated to understand, but the yields going up for bonds are extremely bearish for the economy. And he was actually saying, you can forget the stock market, forget the real estate market, forget the crypto market. That's where the real story is, because people around the world even are selling off U.S. treasuries because they have no confidence in our government and our economic system right now.
Absolutely.
That's what's so scary. That's what's so scary. I understand the role the bonds play in the world economy, but I didn't understand that one aspect of it. And so people around the world are very bearish on our economy. And he's saying expect this to get much, much, much worse. Much worse.
Everybody is.
With the stock market and the bond market, with them getting significantly worse, how are we bottoming out in 2 weeks from now? It doesn't make any sense. Our best hope is a crab walk until the end of the year and a large plunge. That's our best hope. Guys, I got to say, I never thought in my world that I would say that, I lost my train of thought. The chat always messes me up. Always messes me up. Go up a little bit over there. Blah, 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 blah. Right. That doesn't jog my memory here. But I never thought that we would basically be looking at the situation we're in right now, where we're hoping that we can go sideways for a little bit and crash down. I never thought that we would be at this spot in our world economy where Great Reset is really not far around the corner. But
that's what's scary. Is it's like before the pandemic hit, everything was close to being, so all this stuff was dire. So they printed all this money to kick the can down the road, and they've done this so many times throughout history. It feels like, they're always going to keep doing this. They're always going to keep kicking it down the road. I think at this point, it's time to, it's real. Everybody thought it was time to feel the pain before and multiple different times. I think this is it. I mean, I think this could go to like Great Depression kind of stuff for a year or two. Like, it could get really ugly.
Well, here's the reason why I don't think that's going to happen. And this is kind of after the conversation we had yesterday in our research group. These are the internal conversations we're having. Okay, the general feeling that we have is this is not the Great Reset right now. Why? Because in December they're going to turn the quantitative easing back on, and it's going to extend us another 2, 3, 4 years, and that's going to be a time of really rapid economic growth from a bottom. Stocks are going to go way up. Tech stocks are going to go way up. Crypto is going to go way up. I don't know, obviously, about the real estate market. It's a little interesting. Bond price goes down with increased yield. Possible that Fed reducing balance sheets by selling off the bond. That was a good way to say that, Clash to Win. Thank you. But when they turn the money printer back on, it's going to extend us. And basically, most likely what we're going to go through is we're going to go through 3 of this. What we're going through now, we're probably going to go through 3 or 4 times in the next 20 years until the system really goes belly up. Because they're not going to, it's not going to explode overnight. It's not going to implode overnight. People want to keep their jobs in Washington, and so they're going to kick the can down the road to the next guy like they always do. And so
you think the volatility will increase? Basically, it'll just get more, the bubbles will get bigger, the crashes will get bigger, basically.
Well, it'd be hard to get a bigger one now because they're not going to have as much momentum to the upside. They're not going to have as much runway to the upside. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically diminishing returns, but non-diminishing drawdowns.
And I think what's really interesting here is if you think about this, if you think about, if that's true and we get that kind of every 4 years, what we might see that playing into the Bitcoin cycle. It may play perfectly into the Bitcoin cycle. And I don't know, maybe that was, we're not going back to QE, Corey One of a Kind says. No, Corey, we're going back to QE. We're going to have, we have to, or else. Now, when I say we have to, it doesn't make any sense. It's what will happen. It's what will happen so politicians can kick the can down the road to the next guy. They're going to turn it back on. They can't turn it back on now. But when we get interest rates, now, what is the interest rate going to be now? Because were we at 1 exactly or 1.5? We were at 1.5, right?
I believe.
So we do a 0.75 raise. We're at 2.2. No, it was at 1, I think. Let me look real quick. Let me get the current interest rate. Where are we at today? Let me see. Type in Fed. See what is that right now. Right now we are at 1% as of May 5th. So this is the June one. So now we're going to be 1.75%. So if we do another 75, we'll be at 2.75%. That says the end of the quarter. Yeah, the end of this quarter will be June. By the end of this month, we'll be at 1.75. So this has potential. This has potential maybe to get lifted even before that. Because when are the FOMC meetings for the year? We've looked at a few times. I know there's one in December, but what's the one before December? November, I think.
I believe it's November.
FOMC schedule. Here it is. Meeting calendars. We have another one in end of July, beginning of September, November 1st and 2nd. I doubt they're going to make any big changes right here because that's right as the midterms are going on, and they're probably not going to rock the boat. So, I mean, potentially, if we go to 2.75% or if we go to 3.25%, if they raise at 0.75, this would put us at 2.5% for this meeting right here. So you could potentially look at maybe September, and that would make sense. They might turn the money printing back on in September. They might be able to do it in September. And that would be great for the politicians. That would be the Democrats' last-ditch effort to try to save themselves for this election. If they turn the money printing back on and things started going back in a positive direction. So very interesting stuff going on with the Fed. Crushing. Stocks have been absolutely crushed. Mortgage rates jumped to the highest level since 2008. I listened to a realtor on TikTok. We're going to get a TikTok segment going soon. We're going to be showing some cool TikTok videos. But I saw her say, she was in this conference with realtors, and they were all, the realtors, they're in an echo chamber, just like the crypto people are, just like we are sometimes. And they just, I just think of the meme, where everybody's got the crushed in head and they're patting everybody on the back.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, housing market go up, because it doesn't go up forever. And I know realtors, and they're starting to be worried right now. I know the ones that I know, they're asking me questions about what I think because they're nervous about the housing market because all of a sudden they're not getting all the offers. If the hedge funds stop offering, they're not getting any offers. It's taking them 2 months to sell a house now, not just a day. And you used to get $10,000 or $15,000 above asking price. That's not going on right now. People are running out of money. Interest rates are going up. And so what's really interesting here, when you think about the housing market and where it is that if this thing goes belly up, people start losing their homes. We're on hiring freezes. It's gonna be really fascinating to see the compound effect that has on everything. They jump up all the property rates this year, property tax. Now they got all their pandemic money back. So I had another place I was going with that. I can't remember where I was going with that. But Celsius hires restructuring lawyers to help ease its financial woes. Not the only lawyers they're going to be talking to. Crypto lending platform Celsius has hired a legal team to advise on restructuring its business after facing liquidity issues. Wall Street Journal reported, citing sources with direct knowledge of the matter. Following Celsius Network's insolvency scare, guys, we're still in the midst of it. Nexo stepped up and extended a helping hand. I had several financial publications reach out to me this morning, by the way. They want to know my thoughts on Celsius. So we'll be giving them that for sure. But, you know, I remember what I was talking about, the TikTok video.
Yeah, real estate.
She was at a real estate conference or meeting, and all the realtors were patting each other on the back saying, it's going to be a great year. You know, things are going up, and she was like, no, actually, I don't know if you can see what's happening, but it's really, really bad. And she said, everybody leaned in like, oh, what's the payoff? Like, okay, it's bad right now, but what are you saying? You're saying it's still going to go up, right? Like, no, we're actually kind of like approaching Great Depression kind of like moment here. And she gave a lot of background for why she said that. And she just said they laughed at her, you know, because it's like going to a Tony Robbins convention and saying that you're not going to make it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, Jim went to one of those Tony Robbins conventions.
Yeah. Very rah-rah.
He said he left after one day.
Yeah.
And he was so gun-ho to do it. I made so much fun of him. I was like, Jim, Tony Robbins, really? That was years ago. That was probably 10, 15 years ago.
Just a quick comment on the Celsius with the lawyers. I mean, obviously that's signs.
For selling it.
Yeah, it's signs for consolidating at restructuring is code for being acquired or packaging assets up to sell in a way that's somewhat efficient. So
I just don't see how somebody can buy it for pennies on the dollar, but you got to pay all the money back and it's insolvent. So are you going to buy it, or are they just going to give it to you and hand over their problems?
Yeah, well, they get it at pennies on the dollar. It's bank, you know, it'd be like basically they could come in and buy the Bitcoin and crypto assets for 1/10 of the actual market value, which is down 70%. You know, like it's just
But what if they get liquidated?
Yeah.
I want to know, somebody in the chat knows how much.
I mean, they'll still have some assets.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, how much do they have riding on that one position?
Yeah.
Where Bitcoin goes now, they added to it. That's probably where they put my money.
Yeah, that's it. They added another 1,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, they took our 3 million, they took Carl's 200 million, and then they added it to their position. So they're able to now get down to 14,000 for Bitcoin. But that's not a fun, guys. I don't know the number for Bitcoin that I'm like, it can't get there at this point. 3,000 low of the last bear market. I don't see it getting there at all. But when you really look at that and you see these people are stop loss hunting, you know, I think sub 10K is definitely possible. I still don't think it's likely, but, you know, 10 to 14K is definitely a really solid range. So, nice clickbait. Market is up 200 points. What does it say today?
Stock market going down.
What does it say? Actually, can I see it? Yeah. I like to see a thumbnail sometimes.
Well, the thumbnail's right there on the screen.
I can't see it.
That's the title.
Yeah, no, I want the thumbnail.
You can't.
You can just, there you go, TJ. Thank you. Great. That's why you're the best at what you do. Stock market crashing. Guys, everything was crashing yesterday, so it still applies. It's up 200 points today. Yeah, I do think it's probably going to go up a little bit. I think we're getting a bounce today. Watch for the Fed meeting minutes, which I don't know when those come out. Maybe somebody will put that chat down as well. Crypto fund, Three Arrows Capital facing potential insolvency. This is insane. The fact that Three Arrows Capital can be facing insolvency. After liquidations were $400 million, they're reportedly working on an arrangement. Recent on-chain data has triggered speculation that crypto trading and venture capital firm Three Arrows Capital, maybe the last or the latest prominent industry name to crumble. I don't know how this affects the average person. Certainly affects probably companies they're invested in, which can have a residual effect on other people. But Su Zhu, which I can't ever, he's another one of these guys like Sam Bankman-Fried. I can't ever decide if I like him or not. Do Kwon was in that category for me as well, which I actually have sympathy for Do Kwon. Don't assassinate me for saying that. But I do have a little sympathy because I think his was more stupidity than malice.
Or a lot of it could be pride and just
that's egotism, pride, the whole thing. Yeah. So Su Zhu's another one of these guys where I really don't know what to make about him. We're in the process of communicating with relevant parties and fully committed to working this out. And we did lose $80,000 in Terra, so don't think, we're just saying that because we didn't lose money. We lost money there. I love the fact that we lose more money than you guys do. For most of you, unless you're a gigantic whale, you're bigger than us. The fact is, it's a badge of honor for me to be able to go through this bear market with you guys. It's a badge of honor to be able to say that I went through the same thing my audience went through. And you're losing money on Celsius. You lost money in Terra, and we did too. It would be worse if I was up here telling you, oh, Terra's great, and we own none, and then you lost all the money, and we wiped our hands of it. So something that, I was glad we rode that down to zero. Due to its substantial investment in Terra, 3AC had already faced a major setback with the stablecoin's collapse. It was heavily invested there. 3AC in trouble, rumors swirling. Kyle and Zoo haven't tweeted or liked anything in days. They probably hated everything. Zoo, did you see the new downvote button
on Twitter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I don't think it shows the numbers. Yeah. But I think you can downvote stuff now. Pretty interesting. I saw it for the first time last night. You seen it before?
I saw it, yesterday when I was looking.
Yeah.
I haven't really interacted with it much.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I haven't.
Yeah.
Zoo took every coin and hashtag out of his bio, deleted his Instagram. Hour ago, they dumped 30K Steve. Man, why did all these people have this freaking Lido Finance Ethereum?
Yeah.
So insane. Didn't Lido Finance have a gigantic hack over the summer last year? Pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they had a big hack.
That's what you were talking about at the top of the show. Like, you expect these guys to be taking advantage of Aave and Curve and some of these big, well-known things. They're running massive staking pools and, maybe have some investments in Bitcoin mining facilities and stuff. You're not expecting them to be running on insane degen platforms that everybody knows is close to breaking at any time. Like, that's what's baffling to me. These massive fund, $400 million. I mean, Celsius billions of dollars.
It's nuts.
And actually, it makes me bullish for our impact long term. Like, if these guys are messing that up, like, come on, that's so much money.
It's so much money. And I tell you, we are working on a platform that's going to be one of the biggest in the whole space, we believe. And when that comes out, you'll all find the kind of people we are. You will find what we care about. You will find we're going to actually take care of people. We're going to have customer service.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's the secret. It's you guys. That's what we care about.
That's what we care about. And the same thing, guys, this is a Bit Squad. This is my community. When we come out with our NFT platform, which is going to be absolutely massive, it's going to be the best in the space by a long shot. And that's a guarantee. I guarantee that. It will be the best in the space. Guaranteed. How many people use it? I can't guarantee that number, but we believe we will defeat OpenSea in the next 2 years. But what I will say about this is we will take care of our customers the same way that we care about the people that watch this channel. Because when people do business with you and they interact with you, and that's honestly the same reason why I want to give Alex and Celsius the benefit of the doubt. Because I've interacted with them so much. And we liked them and we thought they were doing good. We wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But, I have a line. You don't want to cross that line. And they have crossed that line. So people think Celsius is the biggest Steth dumper, but it's 3 Arrows Capital. It's not even close. You can look at the value. It's not even close to what Celsius is doing here. They were doing 10,000 Bitcoin sells. They did about 100,000 worth right here, as you guys can see. Shortly after 3AC traded 38.9 Steth for 36,718 ETH, worth 43.9 million on DEX 0x, CRX, representing a 6% haircut on what would have been close to a 1-to-1 trade. When you go get your haircut, how much what percentage of your hair you think it's cut?
I got my hair cut yesterday, and it was actually pretty long. I'd probably maybe 25%, 20%.
Yeah. Usually we cut 100% of my hairs.
Oh, well, I thought you said what percent of your hair, not hairs.
Well, I just like to say hairs. Yeah, that's a good question, though. I wonder if you took the volume of your hair, the weight, and you weighed how much got cut on the ground compared to what you still have. My hair cut pretty short. Doesn't get that long. I think 20% is probably pretty accurate. Good job, TJ. Thanks. Okay. All right. 3AC in trouble. We know that. Tron's USDD dips below 96. Guys, stay away from this Tron stablecoin. Please, for the love of God. If you have learned nothing on this channel in the last 3 to 4 weeks, stay away from algorithmic stablecoins. Stay away from anything on Tron. That's what I say. Tron itself, it's held up pretty well, but guys, that's all pumped up by Justin Sun. Crypto Crow tweeted yesterday. He said, just so you guys know, I don't flex making announcements. Now you retweeted and said, that's Justin Sun's job. Yes, if y'all don't know the announcement of the announcement, then
that's OG.
I'm not going to really cover too much of this story because I just want to tell you, stay away. SEC boss calls for urgent crypto regulation. And let me tell you, this is the thing that probably makes me the most angry about this whole thing. Do you know who's now looking like in a decent position to get a little more power?
Yes,
SEC. And that's why you really look and you say, hey, I don't know, maybe government, playing ball with these hedge funds and making a lot of this stuff happen. Can't wait to see the Bit Squad development. Vine, Facebook, IG Square, etc. all came after the 2009 crisis. That is right. And you guys will see greatest NFT platform come out of an NFT crash for sure. Guys, here's what's so unfortunate about this. We come after the SEC for a lot. Most corrupt organization in the history of mankind. Roman Catholic Church was pretty bad back in the 1500s, maybe 1400s. Mafia, not so great. Okay. Especially in Italy in certain time periods, Mexican cartel, not that great. But government organization, state-run organization, I believe what I'm telling you is true. Take 5 minutes to look into William Hinman's money situation, and you will discover exactly what I'm talking about. But what I want to say here is the really unfortunate thing about this is that in all reality, the SEC sent letters to Celsius. Several states told Celsius from their independent, their state level security exchange commissions to make them stop doing business in those states. It really looks like they were probably actually doing a good move there. And we probably raked them over the coals for that. And looking back, that's probably my biggest regret of this whole thing, other than actually putting money on it, was when the regulators were saying Celsius might not be who they say they are, we defended them. That's probably the linchpin moment of this entire thing for us, where we could have pivoted. But the SEC has moved itself in a position so that you almost feel like everything they say is a lie. So when they come out against something, it makes you want to be for it. That's really why I flipped on XRP. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I found out actually a pretty good friend in the XRP community and XRP and Ripple itself. I got Brad Garlinghouse direct contact, trying to get him to do an event, maybe do some shows, do a show with me here soon. I'd like to go interview him in person. I think that would be really good to be able to do. And then off camera, we can make fun of Jed McCaleb. That would be really fun. I know Brad would love that. And also, we can make fun of Gary Gensler. I think he'd like that too. But the thing is, they really should have protected us from Celsius. And that is so painful to say. I mean, you agree?
It's hard for me to say I agree.
It's tough.
Because the whole this is a tough situation when the premise of this industry, right, is self-sovereignty. I don't need protection. I should protect myself. So it's hard for me to say the SEC should have protected us from it, because
I cringe to hear that.
I don't feel like I need their protection.
Chat, please.
So I don't know if I can say that. I think it's just a live and learn situation. But if they're living up to their charter, which is protecting the American citizens, that is what they're supposed to be doing.
That's technically their job.
Yeah.
Going after random ICOs that people have made money from. We had a super chat asking about Pluto Alliance and our NFT platform.
We don't really know too much.
We don't know that exactly yet, but I will say we are having intense talks about how we can continue to improve Pluto Alliance. We've got some ideas. I'll just go and tell you what one of our ideas is when we go to meetups to have a Pluto Alliance exclusive party. When we go to major conferences, you have to own a Pluto Alliance NFT to come to that party. We'll do them all over the country. People in the United States will have a chance. Of course, international, you can come too. When we go international, maybe we can see if there's an appetite for that as well. That's one thing we are looking at doing. And of course, we give away 100% of our YouTube profits from YouTube ads. We keep 25% for taxes because that's just the best way we know to do it. So we give away 100% of the profits to the holders of Pluto Alliance, our personal NFT project, which everybody knows is ours. But there was one day on the internet that everybody wanted to be like, oh, nobody knows that's BitBoys. He never says it. So anyways. All right, moving on here. Let's just fly through this stuff. Transparency could expose SEC fraud. Here we go. Talking about XRP here. XRP Army, throw the X up if you are in the chat. Crypto Life says, finally started my YouTube channel, Ben. Met you in Vegas 2019 when you have 50K subs. Congrats, bro. Well, that is really cool, man. Glad to hear that. SEC has fought transparency requests on the genesis of Hinman's speech relentlessly, the revelation of which could expose potential agency fraud. However, regulatory scholars are not surprised. And of course, this is due to the revolutionary turning speech for American innovation. It's now an unmitigated disaster where William Hinman said Ethereum and Bitcoin are not securities, left XRP out, financially motivated to say Ethereum. I think we all understand that is true now. I don't think there's any question about that. I want to know when William Hinman is going to be called to trial. That's what I want to know. When is William Hinman going to be held responsible for $15 million? I believe it's a $15 million bribe. a $15 million payment from Simpson Thacher and the EEA. And once again, I don't want to portray this as Ethereum itself has anything to do with this. Consensus may have a lot to do with this, possibly. Not the conference, the company. Joseph Lubin may have a lot to do with this. Ethereum Alliance certainly has something to do with this. Ethereum itself does not. We're still very bullish on Ethereum. We love Ethereum. You guys know that. The XRP people may not love that about me, but I'm inclusive when it comes to my coins. So such a scandal. The whole thing is, are they going to show these emails? And it's looking like the judge is going to allow that. The Ripple CEO says they've been preparing for crypto winter with a significant cash balance and will keep hiring. And also, I would like to tell you that I did touch base with the person I received this information that Ripple turned down a settlement, and it was heavily reiterated again. So just to let me know that everything that I've been saying is accurate on that case. I would like to see. I would like to see if I can get a specific timeline from this person. So I don't know if he got that information or not. I hope it was in September. That would make me feel so great. If I found out that was in September, man, that would be really, really happy for me. Ripple CEO says they've been preparing for crypto winter. Also, don't forget, Binance said that. Binance said, sorry, I can't show your website. I don't know what it is. It may be porn. I don't know. I doubt it is. But basically, the long and the short of it is Binance came out today and said, hey, we're hiring 2,000 new people.
Wow.
Said that they were responsible with their crypto funds. They didn't spend all their money on advertising, which, it's interesting. If you go look at the peak of the run in November, you also find that was the peak of the crypto advertising spending budget. You'd be very surprised to know that, probably. Brad Garlinghouse chimed in on the ongoing cryptoverse layoffs by saying that the company has been preparing for such a market downturn. By having a significant cash balance as a result, Ripple can afford to keep hiring the best talent with the goal 50% outside the U.S. Days like today are never what you hope to see, especially in an industry with as much incredible talent as crypto. Recently joined the industry and haven't seen a downturn like this? No, this too shall pass, and that is absolutely true. Advice from someone who's seen a few downturns over the years. I basically said this exact same thing on Twitter. If you go to my timeline, see where I said it here. I thought this was a pretty funny tweet. Word on the street is inflationary is transitory. Want to express my support and say I support whatever inflation chooses to identify as. So let's see. Where was the tweet? Oh, this is, man, I really went off on Celsius all morning long. That's the longest tweet thread I've ever done, by the way. You guys want to find that, you can go on Twitter. It starts with this: how Celsius and Mashinsky are actively scamming people right now. The tweet was, oh, I like this one. They always say those of us who made money in crypto got lucky. Let me ask you, do you feel lucky right now? And of course, this famous tweet here: making money in crypto is easy. Follow these 3 steps and you will crush it. Buy a crypto, sell it for more than you bought it for. Repeat. Okay. All right, let's just move on. Let's go straight to questions here.
Yeah, we only have
the show's been going long this week, but
yeah,
I've been fine with it. We're going to be a little flakier on the live stream over the next few weeks. Just make sure you're back. We're going to have content every day at 11:30. Incredible BitBoy special tomorrow. You have to watch.
Yeah, the special tomorrow is going to be epic.
And we will be running it as a live, so you guys can get in the comments in the live chat, just like you do every single day. And you guys can chat about the BitBoy special while you're watching it.
Yeah.
Do we know what the time on that is, the length of it?
I do not off the top of my head. Real quick, couple questions. What are the chances Matic, XRP, and Cardano do not reach their all-time high by 2025?
I want to make a very important distinction here. By 2025, most likely will not happen. By the end of 2025, most likely will happen for all of those. So there you go. What did that say about CoffeeZilla?
Basically did a thing on Celsius.
Yeah, CoffeeZilla, can we just be friends? I just want to be friends with CoffeeZilla.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with CoffeeZilla. I told him that. I want to be friends with him. I think he was very skeptical of me. And I think that he thought that I was, trying to keep enemies closer or something like that. I always watch this channel. I like this channel. I think he does good stuff. I would like to have him on. Maybe we can reach out, see if we can get him on the show one day.
Yeah. A lot of questions about safe platforms. It's a super chat. Thoughts on Coinbase and Gemini being safe platforms for staking ADA on Coinbase, or just pull everything and place it on a Ledger wallet with this current volatility? I mean, we've said it a lot. It's hard to trust anything. Not your keys, not your coins.
I can't tell you to trust anything.
That being said, those are some of the bigger
along with FTX, those 3 would be pretty trustworthy. And you got to keep in mind, I would definitely say Coinbase and FTX over Gemini, because Coinbase and FTX are much more plugged in politically and from a lobbying perspective, and to the technocracy. The Winklevoss twins are kind of on the outside of that. I believe they do everything by the book. It's in New York, so it's very, very highly regulated. I believe their main office is in New York.
Isn't
it?
It? I believe.
So that very highly regulated, right in the belly of the beast there. But I can't tell you with a fair conscience, with a good conscience, intellectually honest here, that I trust anything right now, because I feel like after this blow, I don't feel like I trust any centralized platform. And that's yes, they're necessary evils for onboarding fiat and new users. And they got great user interfaces. But, we're really going to be making a push to get people to start taking responsibility for their custody because, guys, we're naked right now.
Yeah.
We're naked. If all of these platforms shut down, we'd be about broke. So.
Real quick, we had Arculus versus Ledger Wallet. Both are strong.
I'm taking Ledger just from a brand, and it's been around longer. Arculus needs probably a few more years for people to really build that same level of confidence. But I think by the next cycle, 4 years from now, Arculus has a high potential to be a good player in that game.
Firm believer in VeChain, plan to accumulate or been accumulating over the last several years. Thoughts?
We cut VeChain out of our portfolio strictly from a geopolitical standpoint. We were down to brass tacks when we were trimming down to 22 in March, or maybe it was February, whenever it was. And we just decided, Mark and Ray at the gym were asking me about this yesterday because they're in VeChain. They want to know what I thought about it. And I just told them, I think VeChain's going to do well. From a price perspective, I'm okay with it. I love it. I think it'll do great. We took it out of our portfolio because I just have a conflict of interest supporting anything that's from China. Anything that's China-driven right now, I don't want to support. And so it's nothing personal. I had a lot of great interactions with the VeChain team. We've never done anything sponsored with VeChain or anything like that. They reached out to us a few times about being ambassadors. It never materialized. But what I will say is I support the team. I don't support China. We support the Chinese citizen. We love the Chinese citizen. We love the person from China. We love the people with Chinese heritage. We love that. We do not love the CCP. And so because of that, that's why we pulled out of it. But I'm still confident from a price perspective and from a supply chain perspective is very good. All right, guys, that is all we got for today. Show's been going long this week, but you know what? We're getting fired up. Come back for your BitBoy special. Tomorrow we will have Around the Blockchain later today. That's all I got. I hate you, Alex. I hate you, Celsius. Be blessed.